today's episode of PJ and the Beard, we have another installment of From the Personal Collection, and the Beard's going to tell you what he plucked from his personal collection.
Right, so this is the Wampler Faux Tape Echo. And I've used it for quite a while. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to shout out to Shane from In the Blues for selling me this pedal. I was kind of in the market for a tape echo-ish pedal that would maybe could set a longer delay on. I like when you can get that kind of weird decay that will translate almost like a chorus if you're playing chords and stuff. Right. And Shane had this on his board, and he was like, "Oh, it's my favorite delay pedal of all times," and everything. And I think like a week after I bought it, he was like promoting another one.
You're like, "Hey, I thought this was your favorite."
I think he switched then. But great pedal. Shout out to him because he's not like steering people wrong with it. It's a really good pedal. Right. Tape Echo. I think we're right into the features, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we obviously have a bypass switch on off. We have a tap tempo. It's a soft tap. Well, no, it's not on this one. That must be the version 2 because there is a version 2 out in this. There is ones. Versions that have top mount jacks on them. Mm-hmm. I was specifically for the board that I was putting it on. I wanted the side mount jacks. The soft tap is in the newer version. So, but tap tempo. Mm-hmm. If you go over here, we have a level. So how much of the delay comes in. Repeats, how many repeats that you get on it. Echo, we figured a speed.
Time speed, yeah.
If you turn to the left, it gets like faster.
Slap.
Never understood that because it feels opposite to me.
Right, it's short, so you get the slap, and then you turn to the right and you get David Gilmour. But yeah,
you get long.
Yeah.
So short to that's what they were thinking. Short to the left, long to the right.
Right.
Because I'm thinking slower to the left, but that's not the case.
Right.
Because long is slower.
Short to long. Long is slow, short to long.
Now that we've cleared that up.
Yes. I can erase that off the whiteboard now. We're going to move on to the next topic.
In the comments, you idiot.
Yeah, that's right.
How did you not know it was short to long? That's right. Maybe if you poked it with a stick, you would have been able to figure it out.
Check an upcoming episode of viewer comments to find more about that.
Gosh.
Shade. You're over the shade.
I'm throwing shade.
Right onto the shade.
Shade is kind of like warmer, darker repeats to the left, to the right. Kind of brighter, more crisp repeats.
I think you used the word pristine in the
pristine,
yeah.
Right. Kind of a tone-ish thing, right? Mm-hmm. Darker tone, lighter tone. Right. But not so much with the delay because it's almost... I almost felt like to the left was going analog, when you were playing it.
Right.
To the left was like going analog, going to the right was more like what you would hear of a digital.
Right. Yep. Very crisp. That thing is where that pristine comes in. It's not dirty.
All right. So the thing that we've avoided is the faux tape.
Fox.
The Fox. What did the Fox say?
Can you get a copyright strike if the guitar wasn't turned up?
No. The faux tape reel. If you go to the left, it's engaged. To the right, it's disengaged. Once you engage it, these switch won't do it. Knobs won't do anything to engage it.
Right.
You have movement and you have sway. Movement is kind of like the speed, and sway is kind of the depth. But it's not like
It's like the drag on the tape, sort of.
Right.
We'll show it to you. It's probably easier to hear than to.
Just don't turn them both all the way up.
Yeah, right. Not unless you have Dramamine handy.
Okay. So, playing.
Okay. A Revolta Mondata 8 through a Tyler Ampworks PT22. Not 100% sure what I'm playing, but here's your dreaded G chord. A little reverb in the amp. There you
go. Somebody made the comment last episode that seems to be becoming the rig of choice or something. The combo of choice.
Right.
But you know how it is. New guitar, you can't put it down. But there's a reason.
Yeah. It's nice.
It's very nice.
That, and sometimes we want to eliminate some of the variables so we can really focus on what we're talking about today.
And there's an episode on that, and there's an episode on the Tyler. We'll
Right.
put those up in the cards, maybe. Or they were up in the cards, whatever. All right. How do you want to approach?
We got 50-50, and well, level is the level, right? It's,
We can skip a lot because that's going to bring more. Let's turn it on, let you play. Maybe I'll start with the repeats, turn those. Let's just hear what it sounds like first.
There you go.
Here's what it sounds like.
Yeah, on the shade, you can really hear when you go to the left, you get those degrading, darker trails.
Even with the tape echo disengaged.
Right. Yeah.
So now we engage that.
Tape head, engage.
You start to get that chorusy effect behind what you're playing, though. It's really nice.
Yeah, I do like it.
I think we actually...
Yeah, I think you did with the speed. I think with the echo is probably the only thing we really didn't twist too much, right?
Right, we didn't change the speed.
Right.
And we didn't change the tap tempo. So we could, like, 1, 2, 3... And of course you can do that here as well, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Whoops! I was like, whoa.
dangerously close to getting... So where would you end up with it? Like if you're dialing up, because Pat is kind of like, when it comes to tremolo, I think you had that dialed in. But the other thing Pat I always felt like has dialed in is kind of the long delay.
Yeah, I usually use a long delay because I sort of like that chorusy, that fullness sound that I can use. Because I palm mute a lot sometimes, or I hit open chords, or I don't know. I just find I like the longer because I always think about longest time I had one delay on my board. And I'm like, what do I want my delay sound like when I take a solo? And then when I had it on, I left it on. I'm like, oh, I like the way that sounds, and I sort of work around it. Like I kind of work around tremolo speed. I kind of work around delay time. Maybe a couple more repeats. Slightly longer, maybe. Maybe something like that. Yeah, somewhere like that.
So one of the other episodes we filmed tonight,
Yes.
so professional, was The Slow by Wampler Audio, and we still have it on the board.
Right.
And so one of the beautiful things that The Slow will do is we can capture a chord. Like he can play a chord and we can capture it, like almost freeze it, like
a pad.
The
Right.
EHX freeze.
Right.
So we'll probably do when we go to play out. We'll probably do that. Let them put that pad down, kick on the Barber Electronics Direct Drive, and just hear it. So with that said, what's that?
I hope for the best.
I hope for the best. Or do you want to use that? Maybe you don't want to use that because last time.
Well, I'll play a little bit without it, a couple chords or something, and then I'll land back into the chord I want to hold, and then play lead over top.
Okay. You just have to signal me when to put it on.
Right.
It's going to require 2 presses of a button, so it could be scary. Before we do that, we always like to pause, thank everybody that has subscribed, clicked the notification bell, clicked on like, left comments down below, gone out to Facebook or Instagram, left comments there. Anytime you interact with the channel, it really helps us out, allows us to keep having fun doing this because we do this for fun, for the enjoyment, hanging out, and checking out gear. So thanks for joining the journey. Oh my gosh.
Joining.
Yeah. Thanks for joining the journey with us.
Yeah, quite the journey it is. I am PJ on behalf of the Beard, reminding no matter what you hear, you never have too much gear.
I might get a text message on that one.
That was the ear dart of all times down here. Thank God there was nothing in between my ears to stop it. It went in and right back out.